put it on. It should, in a short time, I should be able to see it.
I'll keep mine up just for any clips and stuff, but...
Yeah, I hope mine loads. I had some difficulties the last times.
I mean, I would commentate, but there's not much point at this point.
Yeah, if you don't have a voice, I know. I'm working on it. Give me a shot.
Because I've got all the settings turned on.
Okay, maybe talk so I can hear you well.
Hello.
Okay, maybe talk so I can hear you well. Hello. Okay, well, okay. So this works.
Okay, cool.
So
Right, so if you send that in to me, and then I'll put that on my stream to divert anyone to you.
Yeah, I posted it into the info chat. I can also send it to you.
It's fine, I can just copy it from there.
Send it. So, yeah. So, everyone set a time and loses on his time. Yeah, just lose. I'm going from the comp. No, I think it's Malmedy. Yeah, no. And Lewis is in Le Fond, going to Paul Freire now. His lap is looking really good.
Do you think it's going to be good enough to challenge Avesta at the top of the timesheet?
Yes, I was racing in the last week. No, the week before FVR. He was racing and he was really close to legend. So yeah, I think he's able to get that pole and that win. And yeah, look, he's 2 times faster. And this is only a second time racing since he's back from that oil rig.
So I've just made my stream, but Fiera Pro goes P30 in the Ferrari, Lewis with a commanding lap to get into P1, Avesta just behind 2 tenths off. Zakaria on his VRP debut in P3, his good mate Harrison coming across the line to start a lap in P4. Watch this lap into turn 1, you want to touch the apex and get out wide, get the power on early. Overtake on is the climb to Eau Rouge and Radion.
You watch in Halo cam or in the outside cam?
I flick between. I'm currently watching on board with him over DRS wide open as we go off board to see this wide shot of the Haas throttling at 207 miles per hour down the straight, heavy braking into Lecombe.
I think in a race we'll surely see 1 or 2 spins in Lecombe, because in this game your rear is like really weird going into that first Lecombe corner, and if you have like slightly wrong setup, your rear is going to overtake your front and is causing you to spin. I had really problems when I was doing Spa, and I think some drivers will also struggle with it a lot.
Yeah, and also with the smaller curves on this new design, you have to be a lot more precise throughout the whole track. You can't just launch it over the curves and hope the car will stay. Harrison on a good lap here as he comes to the sector 2 line. A little bit wide, he is purple, 3.5 tenths up. Touching the wheel into the gravel, full Carlos Sainz style from Sunday on the run through Blanchimont now. Hot lap mode. Will he bring the overtake on? He's got 2 cars. I don't think he lost
much time. We saw in the quali on Saturday that even with touching the gravel you gain a lot. Like PS3 did it and was like only 4 tenths behind Max, so I don't think you lose much.
So Harrison's used all of his deploy out of the bus stop chicane to the line and he goes 400 behind Lewis. It's a very strong lap, splitting Avesta and Lewis. RPL
I think the
Zakaria on a lap.
only guy going onto a lap now is Timbert. Timbert is starting his lap now.
As Hazard is finishing his lap, but he's bailed out of it.
And Yannick goes P11. I think it's Yannick.
So we'll watch Timbert with the Pierre Gasly helmet on, as he did join the session late. Through Radion, keeping in 8th, up the hill, a big steep climb, DRS wide open onto the Kemmel Straight. What will his speed difference be compared to Harrison? Harrison hit 206. Timbert up at 209, flying on the straight lines, but he's very deep into Lacombe. And why do you think that is? Why do you think he just couldn't quite get the car turned in?
It depends a lot on the brake bias. It's difficult here, or if he adjusted his the engine braking a little bit too low, you get some problems. When the game was new, I also tried it, and if you have it below 80, you slide a lot into the corners, and you don't have really much of a braking. And if you don't drive with ABS, 33 brake bias is really good, but Timber drives with ABS off, so it's really difficult to find his line here. So he needs to fix that, otherwise I don't see him getting anything good in the race.
So on this lap, struggling for the turn-in and the braking, now into the bus stop chicane, he's still just struggling a little bit, and he's bailed out. He's looking to get a new set on maybe. Pavle has invalidated his lap. The only other driver finishing a lap now is RPL Zakaria, coming through Blanchimont, and he's invalid. So current pole sitter Lewis McWilliam in P1 on provisional pole, letting through the Williams. Everybody else out on that outlap, just starting now. Pavle, I don't know if he's planning to go again or coming into the pit lane and try and get out within a minute.
We maybe see some orders here, because I know Lewis and Omar are in a party at the moment. I also have for the formation lab a quick I asked Omar how he prepared for this race, and I got an audio. I can play that in the formation lab, so you know how Omar prepared for the Spa race. So, quite nice fun fact about Spa.
6 down.
A quite nice fun fact about Spa is the corners are mostly named of the villages around Spa. Like Malmedy is a village, and the corners are pointing to that village.
A cool fun fact about Spa there. What about No Name? Is that a village, or is that just a corner without a name?
Those corners, I don't think. Those Blanchimont. Blanchimont is also a small village there.
As now we're going to watch Lewis McWilliam take us on a hot lap of Spa, the man notorious for finding the pace when he needs to in qualifying. He sets up out of the bus stop chicane to the line and into turn 1. Late braking, locking the rears, but getting it turned in perfectly. Maybe he wanted to lock the rears there to help the car get turned in, as he's on the long run up to Blanchimont. Overtake enabled. Does he keep in the 8s? He does. Bit better minimum speed than we've seen from other people through Blanchimont. Was that maybe not Blanchimont, sorry, Radion, due to the battery uses before. Lewis McWilliam into the first sector split, nearly 2/10 up, gets the car in for both curbs through Lacombe into the next corner here, not wanting to touch the gravel. He doesn't. Long corner now, get the car late apex and keep it, and then get the accelerator on as early as you can. No Name now, clip the curb on the inside. He's getting a nice toe from this Alpine. Will he block him through Pouon though? Touches the curb on the inside, just about keeps it within the track limits. He's getting a nice toe from the Alpine. Is the Alpine going to get out of the way? Braking hard. This Alpine is very much blocking him now, looking to get out of the way, and he does. Lewis will be a little frustrated about that, but he is 3/10 up. He's flying on this lap. Purple through the middle sector, purple through the first sector. Can anybody stop him? They're on to Blanche mode now. 60% ERS, much more than we saw from Harrison. Lewis being a lot more sustainable with it, making sure that he doesn't run out towards the end as the overtake enabled now. People rushing to the line to try and get there early. Hits the apex at the bus stop, but a little bit wide on the second part, but clips the curb. And now he's going to come across the line to settle 141.9. Loses time in the final sector.
Oh,
but
Harris
it's good
is on
enough
his lap and he gets slipstream a lot.
for the provisional pole. Now we're watching Harrison's Alba talk us through it.
I think he can get the whole Kemet straight, but the Sauber in front of him will make a lot of problems because he's too close and he needs to watch out that he won't crash into him, because that Sauber is definitely not going to make space, and it is still a lot slower than Harrison.
So Tizzy nearly 2 seconds behind Lewis on his fastest lap. Harrison, we're watching him from the rear view of the kickstart, which you don't normally see in qualifying. Is Harrison improving as we go?
I don't think he will improve with this Sauber in front of him. Yeah, and the hit. Oh, and Zakaria gets a 5 second, 5
as
grips.
There's been a collision.
But Wester
between...
is behind him, right? And Wester still has the chance to get anything.
As we hit the second sector line now, does Harrison improve? He's a 10th down, he's using all his overtake. Is he maybe going to go for the move? He's
no, he's slowing down.
On it.
He impeded. I think for Harrison it was over when he ran into that Sauber spec. That Sauber
Avesta through the second sector line. He needs 5 tenths to beat Lewis McWilliam. He's up by 2.5. It's not going to be enough, but could he get the P2? Omar into P4 to lock out that row with the V-carbs of P4 and P5. However, the 5 place grid penalty for Zakaria.
Our champion is starting on P... Not P5.
Oh, and Pavle Kitic with a brilliant lap into
Came
P4.
out of nowhere.
Harrison spinning out the final corner. Avesta chucking the car in all over the curbs. Was that the quickest way through there, as we see the McLaren with no wing? Avesta goes pole.
And Avesta gets the pole by only 200.
What a lap, what a final sector. 19 thousandths of a second separating the top two. Anyway, else on a lap now.
That has that, he is such a bottle. He bottled so hard. He's 7 tenths slower than what he did yesterday. And our reigning champion starts P6.
Do you want to run us through the grid, Sauber?
Yeah, wait until we get the full grid, because I don't know who got a penalty. There were some people. Lose P2. I think it will be a close battle for the lead.
And how do you think the rain is going to impact the race late on?
It depends when the rain is coming out. Like in the Spa track here on the game, it's really difficult when you have like rain. You can still do 2 to 3 laps more on the soft tires without having problems. So if the rain is coming out like in lap 20 or 19, I think some people will take the risk and drive through on the softs, and maybe they get rewarded for it, because you surely can't, if you drive safe on those soft tires in the rain and don't spin much, I think you surely can get those 20 seconds of gap manageable.
So here's your top 5 in qualifying. Avesta Guardi, Seals pole position, followed by Lewis McWilliam, Pavle Kitic with 2 Aston Martins in the top 3. Harrison in P4, keeping up his good qualifying form. Omar P5 with 2 minutes of time, however,
P11
with a grid penalty. We've got 3 seconds till we go on to the formation lap. Weather is approximate for this race, so the drivers will not know when it's coming.
Until we are waiting until the grid is going, we will hear how Omar prepared for this race.
Well, actually, I don't really do much practice.
Oh, wait, I accidentally have it on 2 times. No.
Well, actually, I don't really do much practice for a Grand Prix, but because the holidays now, just sometimes do like a bit of quality laps, then just go out, do a bit of race practice, see what tires are good, what tires aren't good, and then yeah, just take it from there.
And wait.
Also for this track, I did a bit extra because this I'm not actually good at Belgium, so I had to do a bit extra race practice and quality practice.
So Omar he's not that good on the track, but the qualifying showed otherwise.
So he did say beforehand he was more impressive in the race, he believes, and struggled a bit for quali pace. So P5 in qualifying. Could he be aiming for the podium in the race?
I think he surely can. Especially with the small impeding mistakes and those stuff, like people would surely get penalties. And maybe he can also benefit a lot from the rain at the
So do you want to take us?
So, what?
As we see,
And
got him
Lewis
warming up
is
his tyres
already off
where
on the grass. And Wester, our pole sitter, goes through Eau Rouge. And Chocolade and TTV
So
Waxy got disqualified. So Wester P1 going into Eau Rouge. Then comes Lewis. And then Pavel and Harrison. Pavel is really, I didn't think he will impress that much. But I don't think with those top two guys, we won't see him talking anything about the win. I think the win will only be decided between a Wester and Lewis here.
Have I just lagged out?
Who lagged out?
I have.
Ah.
Can you send me another invite, please?
Yeah, wait. So, while I invite you, another fun fact. Eau Rouge is named Eau Rouge because there is a little river going under Eau Rouge. And because it's really red because of the iron that comes out of the mountains where the Eau Rouge, where that little river comes from, and that's why it's named Eau Rouge.
Interesting insight there.
And
as we're looking at my helmet, because I'll appear online so it's easier.
Yeah, I can invite you then over the game. Thank you. There you go. I said it anyway. And we see the tire strategy with one stop for both, either in lap 9 to 14 for the hards or 10 to 14 for the mediums. Oh, and Lewis is Wester's weaving a lot for warming up the tires. I think they all have a little bit of problems with the tire rear.
Do you reckon I can get another invite?
Yeah, wait. Okay, we are set in the grid. Oh, one guy is standing really... A lot of people got disqualified for parking wrong. And it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's... lights out and away we go. And Wester's doing a really good start, keeping Lewis off. But can Lewis counter? No. Oh, Wester's almost spinning! With having really locked up rears. And the top 5 are staying the same through that first corner. No contacts, nothing so far as I can see. But Pavel has a lot of problems now with Harrison behind him. And he's
I'm gonna restart my game.
He's trying to fight against the top 2, but the top 2 are basically pulling away already. And we only have 2 guys on soft. So, yeah, so Lewis is behind the Wester now. Really close. Oh, a Wester goes a little bit too wide. Maybe Lewis can get something good out of it.
Can I get another invite, please?
Yes. Oh, we got a yellow, we got a yellow. I think someone spun. Yeah, Robin spun. I don't know why, but it seems like he hit the curbs. And Pavel tries to attack Lewis. Bro's able to hold up Harrison. And keeps pulling away. Harrison is using all of his ERS. And as we see, a Wester goes for the fastest lap. But has still a lot of problems going through the first corner. And now Lewis... Wait, I need to look at my stream. Yeah, my stream. And Lewis is behind a Wester with the DRS open. Oh, and Lewis is really close behind the Wester. He's sucking like hell. And he's past him. Really good going into that corner. But I think a Wester will need to prioritize. Okay. A Wester need to get the prioritized pit of the Aston Martins. And Harrison can't keep up, as it seems. I don't know why. And as we can see, Oma is doing a really good job so far. And another spin of Waxy and Zakaria. Seems like they had contact. Did any one of them lose his front wing? Yeah, the end plate of Waxy is missing. So I think something was that. Oh, we can see the different tire strategies on the cars, but I was too late. Yeah, they are pulling away now from Pavel. Out of the DRS window. And Oma goes past Harrison. Oma is doing a really good job this race. We're fighting up now. Oh, but Harrison is going to get overtaken by our previous champion, Juan Hernandez. And can Juan stick it? Oh yeah, Juan sticks it inside, but I don't know if he got any problems. And Lewis makes the fastest lap. No, Juan clearly did not get problems, but now Chocolate wants to overtake him. It's a really close battle here. But let's look. I think a Wester can get the lead back, as they still are pulling away from Pavel, but Oma is losing a lot of time to him. I don't think a Wester can get it. No, a Wester definitely won't get it. A Wester was a lot behind. Oh, and we get a change. Oh, Harris has... I don't know if he has problems or something. As we see, there's an oversteer of him. He still has his front wing and everything. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he can't perform on the mediums or something like this. He has definitely some problems. And we get a virtual safety car. And because, I don't know why, I was looking something short. Make sure my stream is still running because I got some internet connection issues. And was it Robin? Yeah, Robin is driving without his front wing. Oh, someone is pitting. Yannick is pitting. Yannick, has he lost his front wing? Is he missing his front wing or something? Or is this... Oh yeah, Yannick is changing his end plate. So let's look at the first stop of the race. Yannick is getting a new good front wing. And he's going out. First stop. Now we see Robin getting his new front wing. The virtual safety car seems a lot long. Good for Lewis. He could hold off Wester one more time. But as I said, Wester and Lewis are on another level. They have such a huge gap. I don't know if Pavel let some space off, but I don't think so. I think Lewis and Wester just have problems. Oh, and Pavel and both Omar and Pavel got a problem, and our leading champion is out. Wait, and he went off? Not our leading, our previous champion. Herr Rod is off, up into the wall. What happened to him? Oh, it seems like he got pushed or something there. And Omar and Pavel both got a drive-through penalty. That's really unfortunate for them. And Pavel made it now really difficult for him to take on. And Juan is leaving the session. Can Wester get it in the first corner? And Omar is pitting now, not gonna lie, this is not a good move. Because the field will stretch more if he keeps on. Pavel is making it right. And Wester is clever, he won't overtake now. And Wester is past Lewis. Wester and Lewis is losing time, 8/10. I don't know how I should think about this, and yeah, Pavel is pulling away, that's really good for him, and Chocolate is doing a good job so far. Can he maybe overtake already? Will he overtake already? And he's going for the move. Will that be the move? This is double overtake, and this doesn't end good. Chocolate and Harrison both squeeze Jordan, and this didn't end good for him. Now Chocolate can get his position back. Will Chocolate go inside? Oh, Chocolate is trying it hard. Think this will end later. And Pavel is pitting now for his drive-through. So can Chocolate get his position back? He just lost against Harrison. Six seconds already to the leading pack. This is really difficult. Oh, and Chocolate. Harrison opens the inside, the outside. It's really difficult as Jordan hits him slightly and almost spins. Jordan is really close to him, and we see Chocolate going onto the... Chocolate is having really problems with the pressure he's getting. And his softs, if he keeps on like this, his softs won't make it that long. So we see Harrison. Will Harrison overtake? No, he won't overtake through Gauche. But he's really close, and Harrison tries to benefit from it, but he won't. We now go into Le Fong, and then right into the campus and into Port Frere. But I don't think we see an overtake here. The overtake will be done into the bus stop, as Chocolate has a lot of ERS, but Harrison is managing really good. And Jordan goes slightly on the grass. I think this was the mistake that cost him. Oh, and he hits Harrison. Almost caused him to lose the car. But both are fighting really good for driving on softs. Oh, and Lewis did a mistake, I assume, because he's 1.7 seconds off. And those guys, they lost almost 3 seconds through fighting. I don't think they will benefit any from that. If they keep on like this, Wester and Lewis will have a free stop, and then they won't get anything from the rain. is behind. It's just a following game at the moment. It's just, yeah. And Pavel goes onto his... Oh, Pavel lost his front ring. Really unfortunate for him. And we see the first penalty of the day for Skitty, the first time penalty of the day. And Skitty seems so unbelievably slow. Oh, he's fighting off Tizian really good. When do we see the first stop? Can Lewis maybe get the position, but I don't think. No undercut, nothing. So Harrison's 2 times behind and Waxy gets 3 seconds. Now the penalties are rolling in. I need to look if Charlie did a new... Oh yeah, 6 minutes ago. I forgot Charlie did a new party. Because I was so heated. I'm joining his party at the moment. So Skitty and Harrison has half a stop already out-driven to Skitty. This is respectable. And Chocolade. Oh, and Chocolade gets a little bit understeer. Oh, and we get a virtual safety car. This is now the perfect time for people to stop, as Skitty is using it right and stopping. Do we see any more stops? Yeah, Omar is pitting. Charlie?
Hello?
Do you need an invite?
Yes, please, yeah. And if I can't get in this time, I'm just gonna give it up.
Okay, and almost going out as the virtual safety car is getting in. Wait, I invite you. Oh, Waxy retired. I don't know if it was on track or not, because I can't see it. And no, it wasn't. Waxy just went rightly into the pit. And this means no points for Mercedes tonight.
As Hollywood told me his pad broke.
What?
Harold told me his pad broke.
His controller.
Yeah.
Oh, and we see Pavel going into the wall. This means safety car. Oh, really hard. I think he spun it. Really unfortunate for Omar now, since Omar pitted, and now everyone can pit under safety car. The pit lane is getting really messy now. The double stack could be really hard now. Oh no, Jordan and Harrison got a really big gap. And Lewis gets in for the hearts. Quick stop. Wester's already out again. The first 3 people are keeping the same times. Yeah, and Jordan gets the 1.8 stop. Chocolade is going in. Also for mediums, Chocolade is trying a different strategy than anyone else. As I think it's for Hazard. Williams is preparing a new front wing. So, and Racing Bull is going in as the Alpine has some problems because his teammate just pitted. And Fire AP goes. Jatin is also pitting. I don't know what his new tires. Mediums. Skitty is also pitting for fresh mediums. And the lead stays the same. Okay. Tizian and okay, as we can see, Jordan went on to... The only guy who didn't pit was Tizian, as he's P8 now. I think he wants to gamble before the rain gap. You in, Charlie?
No, I still couldn't get him. So I'm gonna leave you to it.
Can you press on my thing in the party and press play with?
Oh, press request to join.
Yes, yes. Something like this.
Did you get the request to join?
Yes. I also send you a normal invite. So, Wester's leading with Lewis behind. Stimmett leaves the session, but I think it's an internet error for him. And Oma is P11. That's really unfortunate for him.
Alright, I'm joining. If it doesn't work. Oh, it's finally working. Yay, I'm in.
I think Oma is driving so bad because he's drunk.
Omar's drunk, is he?
Yes. Oma wrote me. I sent him a funny Super Mario meme. And then he sent me a picture with Mario written on, and I asked what, and I don't know, I'm drunk. And this was 3 hours ago. 4 now.
Well, it might have worn off by now.
I'm not sure if he drank more.
So everyone in the top 2 on the hard tyres, pitting one lap ago, RPL Jordan. Yep, on the medium tyres, they'll easily go this long.
Yeah, it's
in a good position for the McLaren team. Tizian yet to pit yet on his 9 lap old hard tyres.
I don't think
Harrison,
Tizian will pit. He will gamble for the rain.
Yeah. Harrison on hard, Chocolade medium, Zakaria on mediums too. Harrison, Hazard on the hards, Fiera on the medium, Timbed, who is not in the session, on the hards, and I'll send him an invite.
It's really difficult. The Harrison and Chocolade had a really good fight with Jordan, but now Tizian is in between. But I think Chocolade doesn't have the pace like Harrison and Jordan, but Chocolade had the tire advantage. But with Jordan now also on the mediums, I think his tire advantage will vanish.
VRT Skivvy, the only driver with a penalty. And
yeah.
that penalty is a 3 second full track limit. Smooth operator on the 6 lap old medium. He maybe is looking out for the rain, but the safety car is in this lap.
I don't know if you saw it, but both Pavel and Omar got a drive-through penalty, being P3 and 4.
So big implications for their races as they have dropped. Well,
Pavel retired, and our reigning champion also crashed. So big points for Wester. If a Wester can keep that pace.
Erod having issues early on with his wheel, well, his pad, sorry, disconnecting and causing him to crash as we watch Vesta with a very slow restart here, waiting for the safety car to get in the pit lane, and he's gone. Lewis McWilliam very aware to it, braking late, locking up.
Lewis says he has a
and he's gone. He's gone.
Both almost spun. This is really costful for Lewis.
As we see a spin for Lewis as he dives down the outside of Chocolate, he nearly hits Harrison. Chocolate hits Harrison, causing damage there.
Under the safety car,
side by side.
Oh, Jordan gets 10 seconds. Tizian also for ignoring yellow. Because they overtook Lewis under the safety car.
Should they not pit again, I'm going to presume that it will be removed. Uphill, Jordan going for the lead now. Into Lecom around the outside on the medium tyres.
Lewis is trying to overtake over the grass. And a hit on Harrison.
As RPL Jordan has taken the lead, Chocolate up into P3 on those mediums. Tizian P4, Zakaria P5, Harrison P6. Battling Lewis now, showing him the door, showing him he's here to fight. Lewis tries keeping it up.
As Lewis is fighting like really hard, and Jordan gets the lead.
As the battle continues through Puon between the McLaren and the Haas, Harrison shutting the door, but Lewis sneaking up the inside. Harrison keeping it in, backs out. He knows who to fight here.
A lot
Lewis,
of
no
penalties
ERS left. As Lewis has also gone for Tizian with a half spin. Sorry, penalties flooding through at this race as we see VRT Skiddy with outer front wing in the background. RPL Jordan now running away from Avesta and Chocolat, but Avesta sticking tight to him with a lot more ERS. But he does have those
Hazard's
hard
getting attacked
tires.
from fire. Lewis has a lot of problems, but Lewis also said he, under a safety car, he wrote into the chat he's not very common with the new system and he has some problems, as it seems he also said he hit the wall in the opening lap against the Wester.
So Avesta now 6 tenths behind Jordan, going on to the Camel Straight. Jordan harvesting his ERS. Avesta up into hot lap. Will we see a move? It's very likely here. Jordan
Definitely.
saving the whole time. Avesta to the outside. Jordan's not going to fight that one.
Easy.
Oh, he is!
Oh,
he
Jordan
goes down the
tries
inside.
Yeah, dump move of Jordan. Almost binded.
And Avesta not
a
very happy
Wester
with
needs
that
to
and
get
forces
him-
him off track. But
A
his speeding
Wester
gun doesn't
lets
really
him-
go overtake. Lewis on Tizian into the long right-hander, making a bit of contact. You can
And
tell
Lewis
he's angry
gets the
driving now.
overtake.
He's going for every move he can.
Jatin got overtaken by Omar into that little no-hander left-hander.
Battles
But
up and down the field.
won't let it. Jatin is going to overtake him into Le France.
Zakaria now has caught this battle with Chocolat for the lead. So the top four now very close together. RPL Jordan still trying to use his overtake to get away. Avesta being more experienced and showing that he doesn't need to burn his overtake. He can save it for the overtaking opportunities. For now, Jordan, Zakaria and Chocolat have the tyre advantage, but can Avesta use his pace and hope at the end of the race that his tyres will be a lot quicker than those medium runners.
Oh, Hazard is really close. If we get rain in this race, it will be carnage.
Avesta now only 5 tenths off of Jordan. Going up.
Oh, Yannick
Radium.
almost hit Hazard.
Avesta's using his hot lap ERS mode. Jordan in medium.
Westa's
Avesta
using
saving.
no
He looks
ERS.
like he's happy to sit behind,
Think a
or is
Wester
he going to
can
go
get
for it?
No.
Maybe he's low on fuel, maybe he's just content sticking behind the medium runners to protect him from the cars behind. Harrison's broken away from Lewis now, as we're going to see a move from Jatin on Fiero Pro around the outside. Can't quite stick it as Fiero Pro takes
Omar
that
lost
inside line.
position. No, he's not going to overtake. Oh, we see a Sauber team better.
The Saubers were working really well together in the last race at Silverstone. They've been using the same slipstream tactics here in Spa to keep the other cars behind.
Oh, Timbet needs an invite. I quickly invite Timbet.
Yep. Avesta now is all over Jordan. Will he be looking for a way past on the Camel Straight? And maybe Zakaria could find a way past as well. But all the top three very, very close together now. Only 4 tenths of a second splitting them. And then Chocolat only 8 tenths off the lead. So it's all very, very close. Omar gets Fiero Pro. And so does Jatin. There's a big battle here through Blanchimont. To the inside goes Fiero Pro. Touches the grass. Jatin claims that position. And now Smooth Operator's also gone for it. A horrible lap for
Oh,
Fiero
Zakaria
Pro.
is trying to overtake a Wester. Oh, and Jordan has a quick understeering moment. And Chocolate is behind and just watching.
Avesta has saved up his ERS for this moment. Hot lap up the hill, gaining massively on
Oh, as we get a
RPL
yellow for
Jordan.
Skiddy, but nothing too much.
Avesta's going to the outside. He doesn't need to know
Oh, Chocolate
where he's
tries
gotta
the
go.
outside. Chocolate is going to the outside, but Jordan is keeping off Chocolate, so Chocolate won't get that move, and Chocolate almost spins as he hits the rear of Zakaria.
A little bit of contact
And
between the two blue
Chocolate
cars
gets the
there.
purple sector.
But we can see Chocolate has used a lot of the RS.
Oh, a really big
Still
field is there.
only
With Lewis leading it.
75%.
Oh, Lewis made up the gap to Harrison.
If you're Lewis, do you sit behind him here, knowing he's got a penalty, or are you going to go for it to try and hunt down the top 4?
I think
Before the
Lewis
rain
can
comes.
hunt down the top 4, and Harrison is like, he's like a sitting duck. He doesn't have much of the advantage, even with being in front and not having to fight all the guys and using his tires. But I would overtake him in the next possible way on the Camel Straight. Can you invite Timbit? For me,
Yeah,
it's
I'm doing it now.
fine. But I think if the rain comes, Lewis has to overtake Harrison as early as he can.
Avesta could be playing a tactical game here. He knows he has the pace over the cars behind him, so does he keep the cars behind in DRS for if Lewis does catch,
Sorry
or
if
does
you
he just
hear
try and go away?
some fire. I don't
As
know
Lewis
what's
has gone
name.
for it into Radion, and he's made the move. He's got the DRS as well, so he's just going to
really
run off.
good. And
Harrison.
we see Jordan overtaking. Sorry if you hear some sirens. Someone in my village burned something down, as it seems. So sorry if you hear some sirens.
7 laps to go,
and
Zakaria.
Zakaria hits the rear of Lewis and loses his front wing, I think.
If
Or a
he's
bit of
kept
it.
his front wing intact, but if I'm Avesta, I'm not very happy about that move.
I don't think it's like, I think it's like bright yellow or something like this. That's definitely a problem. As I think it's Robin. No, Tim that spun it almost.
Avesta can see that both cars around him are part of the RPL group, so could we be seeing some teamwork from the 2 reserve drivers in order to try and win this race? Both with penalties, however. Chocolate in a good,
no
in
problem,
a good
yes,
position
yes.
for P4.
Do you think we will see the first podium for Chocolate?
I think if it stays as it is, it's very, very likely. I think he's going to stick within that 3 seconds.
We have a really big German. We have a really big group of Germans racing. I think in this race we have like a rate of 5 or 6 Germans racing.
A big moment for RPL Jordan into the bus stop chicane. He's just got his brake bites a little bit too far to the front.
And Lewis is
sliding
trying to
through the
hunt
rears.
down those as he gains a bit, even though there is a DRS train.
Will Avesta want to be in the lead heading into Les Combes this lap? Will he be able to get past Jordan shutting the door? Overtake enabled for Avesta,
Timbit
he's not
needs
going to need
another
much
invite.
more. Yeah, as we see
Oh,
smooth
Robin
operator in the
retires
pit
in the
lane.
pit lane. Yeah, Lewis
Timbit's just
lost
gone off.
7/10 on the Camel Straight. Lewis has a big problem with the guys having the
Avesta
DRS
full
train.
pushing now.
If I would be Lewis, I would just push and hope that the 10-second penalty the guys got, that it stays, so he at least gets that position of Jordan.
Of course, Jordan looking as though he will get his penalty removed due to Lewis spinning under the safety car. Avesta has broken that DRS now, so Zakaria and Jordan to fight into Blanchimont potentially. Overtake enabled, but both drivers burning, and Zakaria knows if he just sticks in the DRS he can pull away on the Camel Straight from the McLaren, and it shouldn't be a difficult path. The clouds are getting darker. How long until we see the rain, do you reckon?
Yellow again.
Tizian going slow.
I think it's 1 or 2 laps until we get rain.
As we're going to see the battle for P2 heat up here. I don't think it's going to be much of a battle, however. as Zakaria all over the back of RPL Jordan through the DRS
West is
section zone.
pulling away so fast.
ERS enabled. DRS shortly to be enabled. He's gone to the grass and he's through.
And Chocolade. Will Chocolade go for the double overtake? He tries it, but he can't because Jordan was holding up too good.
So now Jordan all over the rear of Chocolade after losing those two positions. Chocolade going defensive. Jordan can't quite get around the outside. Zakaria trying to break away, but only 2/10 separating him to the Alpine, and he'll be distinct up on the next straight. Are they going to play DRS games for the rest of this Grand Prix of who can be behind at the DRS section point in order to get the DRS on the straight and make the pass?
If I would be Chocolade, I would just try. I would stay behind Zakaria and not risk anything. Wait. Oh, you can't. No. I won't risk anything and like don't fight much against Zakaria because of that 3 seconds Zakaria has.
And also you would want to stick behind in order to protect him from Jordan and Lewis.
Yeah, Jordan also.
ERS.
Jordan has 10 seconds, but I would take it. I wouldn't take it for granted. So I would just wait. But Lewis is also coming in really fast. Lewis made up 2 seconds in 1.5 laps.
Sorry about the dogs barking outside. RPL Jordan struggling on his brakes since the last 2 corners, both locking up massively, going very deep. Will we see a move from Chocolade? He's not using his ERS, he is using it now. He is back off, he sees the car ahead of him harvesting the battery, but he's not going to go for a move. He's going to pull out like Lando Norris was in the Belgian Grand Prix. As Tim Bed with toy luck here with his internet connection, constantly needing to be invited in order to get back in the race. He's still P12 though, however, as have VRP and VRT Skiddy. 4 laps left. This was when the rain was going to come, but no signs of it as of yet. I think if it comes down now, no matter how heavy it is, we won't see the drivers pulling into the pit lane.
I don't think we'll see a lot of drivers going into the pit lane if the rain comes next lap.
Chocolade with a massive battery advantage over the 2 cars ahead of him. Lewis 1.9 away from this train now. We'll be able to see him rectify his mistake on the back of the safety car. We're almost repeating what Harrison did in Austria. However, Harrison was in the lead, not in P2. A bit of a lock-up on the rears from Zakaria into turn 1 now. Chocolade with a good exit. Overtake enabled. You can see that
lock-up. So
you can see the battery flashing. Is he going to go for it here? He's very close. Zakaria is saving the whole time.
Yeah,
DRS
Chocolade
wide
doesn't
open
even
for
need
Chocolade.
to use his ERS. He's using it now.
Very tight.
And he's going for the... Oh, Zakaria is braking really late. Zakaria is pushing Chocolade off.
And it's a very feisty battle between these two. However, Chocolade keeps the position. RPL Jordan all over the back of him, but he goes defensive into that corner once again. He knows at that line it's impossible to go around the outside there. Zakaria defending hard. Do you not think he would maybe want to be behind going on to the final lap? If I was in his shoes, I definitely would. However, with that 3-second penalty, he is probably trying to push away this whole time. Chocolade in the best position to get P2. Lewis within a second now, near enough of this battle. We've seen his pace from earlier on in the race. Omar with a 3-second penalty. And the rain has started. Raindrops dropping down on the camera. Will we see anyone dive into the pit lane? Maybe someone like Tizian. Nothing to lose in P11. Big gap behind him as well. As the rain is coming down.
Call, sorry.
That's alright. The
Oh,
rain
it
is coming
starts to
down
rain,
now.
the first drops, but I don't think we see people pit.
3 laps to go. Will they survive in the rain?
Yeah, they will.
Jordan and Lewis playing to a team
I had
game.
this situation once in an older game in F2, and it was
As
still
Lewis goes for it down
drivable.
the inside, he's hit his way through and there's going to be a collision.
Really
That
hard
is
spin.
just
I
stupid
think this
from
cost
Lewis.
Chocolade this was the Chocolade now needs to keep his position for the podium. And Harrison
Will
is
we
like licking his fingers now for that podium. He's so close now again.
Will we see a post-race penalty? As Jatin has come into the pit lane, the first driver on the inter tyres, Tizian follows him in. Timbert stays out on the hard. It's way too early for the intermediate, so we're going to watch the gap to the leader. Chocolade with a penalty now, and there's contact between him and Zakaria. Harrison's up to P4. And these two are getting personal now. Zakaria pushing Harrison out wide. Into No Name now. Who's going to cede the position? Zakaria trying to stay in there, but pushed off. He gave them enough room to stay behind as Harrison was ahead at the apex. Lewis now in P2, but could a post-race penalty be following him? He did get a 3-second penalty in that race as we see a spin from Fiera Pro up Radion. But looking at the penalties now, we're going to say that Jordan has 13 seconds, Harrison with 6 seconds, Zakaria 3 and Chocolade 3.
I'm back. I apparently got a call. So, yeah, sorry.
So penalties for a lot of the top drivers. Avesta's in the pit lane. Avesta's in the pits.
Avesta is going for the interest. I think this is the wrong decision of Avesta. Lewis will stay out. Lewis will.
Jordan stays out. Harrison stays out.
Someone needs to. Yeah, the gamble is right of Harrison, and I think this will be the first win for Jordan.
Omar 10 second penalty
Omar
for corner cutting.
But not gonna lie, I think this will be. We will see the first win of Jordan here.
So the gap that Avesta needs to catch is not a lot. As we start seeing the sheen on the track, that is when you know the conditions are deteriorating. But all they've got to do is hold on. However, all Avesta needs to do is gain 3 seconds in order to win this race. DRS has been disabled. If they didn't have those penalties in the top 3, they could be in the fight here. How much quicker is Avesta going to be on that intermediate set of tyres? Lewis down to P7. Yeah. Chocolade P8, Jatin P9, Omar 13 laps on those hard, trying to take advantage of the non.
Yeah, I think this was the right gamble of John.
Stop.
John will win this race.
Avesta gaining 2 seconds through the first sector, however. I don't think it is. Avesta only needs 7 tenths to get within the penalty range. As the cars ahead are struggling to keep it on track, we're going to see a move from Harrison on Jordan, but not able to make it. Avesta now watching Zakaria scramble over the track. Those tyres are not working. They're freezing cold. They're like ice cubes. As we see both of the top 2 sliding through the right-hander. Avesta now is taking advantage. He's past the Haas. He's going to get past the McLaren. The Inters are definitely working better than we thought. Yannick sliding through that right. Avesta through Blanchimont, gaining on RPL Jordan. He's going for it down the inside. Jordan with the rear locking, pressured into that late braking, and both cars staying out. Look at them, synchronized swimming almost. They're absolutely sliding on these hard and medium tyres. There's going to be a dive bomb into turn 1 from Harrison, sorry. Jordan going very defensive, and he's gone straight on. He can't stop the car. Harrison into the gravel, Zakaria nearly into the gravel on his own. Lewis now getting involved, up into P3. Lewis overtaking his teammate here into Radion. You can see the tyre gap. How easy is it going to be for these drivers? It's not going to be easy at all, as we see a big moment from each driver. Up Radion. The dry tyres really not working at all. Yannikov at Radion 2.
Happened that Avesta's leading again? I was grabbing something.
The dry tyres are really not working anymore in this race.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
as
watching
I
ice
said, I
skating.
think if they Chocolade lost a lot of time. I think for Chocolade it would have been the right call to stay out.
I think Chocolade is going to get P3 here.
You sure? I don't
As
think.
he goes down the inside into No Name of Harrison. He sees Zakaria sliding and he's up into P4. He's got a 2-second gap now through Puon to try and get the podium position off RPL Jordan and gain whatever penalty he needs. Yannick now with 2 seconds to the point score. He's going to get a point. There's 24 seconds to his teammate behind. He's not gaining that. RPL Jordan now having to give way to Chocolat, to losing out on his first VRP podium with a drift through the middle sector. Jatin now could be P4. Jatin without the penalties, maybe he could get the podium position from Chocolat. As he's almost pushing these two through. Just before Radion, Harrison crash into the wall.
Oh, really
Jatin
bad
pushing him
for
through.
Harrison.
Hazard time is P6 as we see Avesta Gabardi win on his return to VRP. Lewis McWilliam in P2. Chocolat claiming his first Virtual Racing Project podium in P3, making the right gamble to pit onto those intermediate tyres. RPL Jordan skating across the line as he spins into P4, has a time up into P5, he's got P4, Jatin's got P4, a big crash over the line, Yannick P6, Zakaria P7, Jordan P8, Omar P10, Harrison into P9, Tizian on those intermediate tyres is going to come across the line in P11, Timbid sliding through the final sector on those hard tyres, staying ahead of Fiera Pro. Tizian gets the final point off Omar due to penalties. Will we see that 10-second get removed for Omar? We don't know quite what happened. Timbed across the line P12. Fiera Pro and VRT Skiddy yet to finish. What are your thoughts on the decision for those to pit as we see some surprise entries into the top 5? Chocolat, Jatin and Hazardtime all getting a large haul of points. Harrison.
The Lewis gained a lot. Lewis is really surpriseful.
As we're all praying, the RT Skiddy will just smash into the cars on the pit straight as he's crawling around with no traction. Will he hit the cars? No. He just decided not to. So, has the time with his best finish in Virtual Racing Project, a P5.
Strong.
Driver of the day, and rightfully so. We saw a lot of battles, a lot of contact, and a lot of hard racing in that race.
Congrats to Wester. I think we will see some post-race penalties for sure. And
Avesta coming out on top. Lewis McWilliam P2. But will that incident give him a penalty where he took out 2 cars out of turn 1? Chocolat with his first podium. Jatin with his best finish of P4. Chocolat with his best finish of P3. And Hazardtime with his best finish of P5. Hazardtime is currently on his best season ever in Virtual Racing Project, with his highest points tally to date. But it's only 4 rounds in. Still 6 rounds left to go this season as Avesta Gabardi returning to try and get his championship fight
and
to get kicked off with a good start.
This was the Spark Grand Prix of VRP with the late rain who gave us incredible stuff. And congrats Hazard for your P5. Jatin also gained a lot of positions, really is respectful going to P4 in the last things, and maybe with post-race penalties there's maybe something he can get also. And I think this was an incredible race.
And Jatin not receiving any penalties in that whole race, which has benefited him massively.
Until next week,
at the
when
end.
I can finally race again. Goodbye.